So, what's up guys, Bryson here, and it feels like we say this every week, but the world of AI just changed again. And you're going to want to hear this. It's moving at this relentless pace where if you blink you might just miss the next big thing. We're talking significant leaps, not just incremental updates. And the stuff that was science fiction just a couple of years ago? Yeah, that's rapidly becoming our everyday reality. It's almost a full-time job just keeping track of all the major advancements, the new models, and the implications they carry for all of us, from how we work to how we create. This week is no exception. In fact, it's been a particularly packed one. We've got whispers and some pretty solid leaks about what OpenAI is cooking up next, a major official release from Google that's set to shake things up on literally billions of devices, and some developments in voice synthesis that are, well, they're both incredibly impressive and slightly unsettling depending on how you look at them. From OpenAI's newest release to insane breakthroughs in voice cloning, here's what just dropped in the world of artificial intelligence this week. We're going to dive into each of these, break down what they mean, and explore the potential impact. We're also seeing a fundamental shift in how we might even find information online, with new challengers to the established search giants. It's a lot to cover, but that's why you're here, right? To get the breakdown, the insights, and understand what actually matters in this rapidly evolving landscape. So let's get right into it. Starting with some pretty significant rumors swirling around the next generation of large language models. This is the stuff that could redefine the benchmarks for AI capabilities yet again. Alright, first up, let's talk about OpenAI and the elephant in the room, or rather the highly anticipated next iteration, GPT-5. The rumor mill has been churning for a while, but lately things have escalated. We're seeing more than just vague speculation. Multiple leaks, some from sources that have been pretty reliable in the past, are painting a picture of a model that could be a significant leap forward. It's not just about being slightly better at writing an email or a poem. We're talking foundational changes that could redefine what we expect from these AI systems. The anticipation is building, and for good reason if these whispers hold any water. One of the most talked about potential upgrades is memory. If you've used ChatGPT or similar models extensively, you know they can sometimes forget earlier parts of a long conversation or struggle with maintaining context over extended interactions. The leaks suggest GPT-5 might feature a substantially longer memory or context window. This could mean more coherent, in-depth conversations, better understanding of complex, multi-turn instructions, and the ability to work with much larger documents or codebases seamlessly. Imagine an AI that remembers details from days or even weeks ago in your interaction. That's the kind of step change we might be looking at. Then there's the buzz around real-time web access. While current models can be integrated with browsing capabilities, often as a separate tool or plugin, the suggestion is that GPT-5 might have this more deeply, perhaps natively, integrated. This means its knowledge wouldn't just be limited to its last training cutoff date, but could pull in and process live information from the internet. This could make it incredibly powerful for research, real-time analysis, and staying current. Though it also brings up questions about information veracity and bias, which OpenAI will undoubtedly need to address carefully. It's a feature that users have been clamoring for, and it seems like it's getting closer to reality. And perhaps the biggest one, multimodal capabilities far beyond what we've seen even with GPT-4 with Vision. Some insiders are hinting that GPT-5 won't just understand text and images, but will be able to natively process and understand audio and video all within the same core model. Think about that for a second. You could potentially show it a video clip and ask it to summarize, transcribe, identify objects, or even explain complex actions happening within that video. Or you could speak a query, show it an image, and get a synthesized spoken response that considers all those inputs. This isn't just an upgrade, it's a paradigm shift in how we interact with AI, making it a much more versatile and intuitive partner for a wider range of tasks. So while OpenAI is teasing the future, Google isn't just sitting back. In fact, they just made a massive move. Google Gemini 2 is officially live, and this isn't some limited beta or a feature tucked away in a niche app. They've rolled out this upgraded version of their AI assistant, and it's now being integrated directly into the core of their ecosystem. We're talking Android devices, which means billions of smartphones are about to get a significant AI boost. It's also being woven into Gmail and Google Docs, places where millions, if not billions of people spend a huge chunk of their digital lives. This is a widespread deployment, and Google is clearly aiming for ubiquity. What can Gemini 2 actually do? Well, based on what Google is showcasing, it's a pretty versatile assistant. It's designed to handle a range of tasks that could genuinely save you time and effort. For instance, it can reportedly write full emails for you, not just suggesting a few words but drafting entire responses or new messages based on your prompts and context from your inbox. Imagine getting through your email backlog significantly faster. It can also summarize meetings, presumably by integrating with Google Meet or by processing transcripts, pulling out key decisions and action items. That alone is a huge value proposition for anyone who sits in a lot of meetings. And it doesn't stop at text. Gemini 2 is also tapping into Google's DeepMind capabilities, specifically their latest image generation models. This means you'll be able to create images directly within the tools you're already using, perhaps by just describing what you want in Google Docs or Slides. This tight integration is key. It's about bringing these powerful AI features to where users already are, rather than forcing them to jump to a separate application. This ease of access could dramatically increase the adoption and everyday use of generative AI tools for a much broader audience. This rollout of Gemini 2 is arguably Google's strongest and most assertive move yet in the ongoing AI competition, particularly against OpenAI and its close partner Microsoft. By leveraging its massive existing user base across Android and its suite of productivity apps, Google has an incredible distribution advantage. They're not just building powerful models, they're putting them directly into the hands of billions. The game is definitely on, and it's going to be fascinating to see how this increased competition pushes the boundaries of what AI can do and how quickly these tools evolve and improve for all of us. Chapter 3. AI Voice Cloning. Impressive and a little terrifying. Alright, shifting gears a bit, let's talk about something that's been making waves, and for good reason, AI voice cloning. There's a new tool on the scene called Voicera, and it's going viral because of its almost unsettling ability to mimic any voice with incredible accuracy. And here's the kicker. It can do this using just a tiny snippet of audio. We're talking as little as a 5-second clip. You upload a short sample, and within moments the AI can generate new speech in that cloned voice saying whatever you type. The realism is frankly astounding, and it's a stark reminder of how rapidly this particular niche of AI is advancing. Naturally, this kind of technology immediately throws up some pretty significant red flags, particularly around privacy and security. The potential for misuse is obvious and quite concerning. Imagine deepfaked audio being used for scams, to spread misinformation, or to impersonate individuals for malicious purposes. If someone can convincingly replicate your voice from a short clip they might have found online, maybe from a social media video, a voicemail, or even a public presentation, the implications are serious. This raises a whole new set of ethical considerations and challenges for identifying what's real and what's fabricated in the audio space. However, on the flip side, the potential benefits, especially for legitimate uses, are also quite compelling. For content creators, this could be a game changer. Imagine being able to easily generate voiceovers in your own voice without having to record every single line, or being able to correct a misspoken word in a recording seamlessly. For brands, it could mean creating consistent voice experiences across different platforms, or localizing content into different languages while retaining a familiar brand voice. Storytellers, podcasters, and even game developers could find innovative ways to use this technology to bring characters and narratives to life in new ways. The bottom line is, this technology is powerful, and like many powerful tools, it's inherently dual use. The convenience and creative possibilities are immense, but they come hand in hand with the need for robust safeguards, ethical guidelines, and a heightened awareness from all of us. It's a reminder to be careful what you say online, or rather, be mindful of where your voice is being recorded and shared, because the ability for AI to clone you, at least your voice, is now almost instantaneous. This space is one we'll need to watch very closely as it develops, focusing on responsible innovation. Chapter 4. AI Search, the beginning of the end for Google. So we've talked about AI models and voice cloning, but what about how we actually find information? For decades, Google has been the undisputed king of search. But there's a new breed of search engine emerging, powered by AI, that's starting to gain serious traction and could fundamentally change how we look for answers online. Forget scrolling through pages of blue links. AI search engines like Perplexity.ai, U.com, and others are blowing up because they offer a completely different experience. It's a shift from a list of potential sources to a direct, synthesized answer. Instead of just giving you links to websites where you find the information you need, these AI search engines aim to give you the answer directly. You ask a question, and they process information from multiple sources, then provide a concise summary or a detailed explanation, often complete with citations, so you can check the original sources if you want to dig deeper. This is a massive departure from the traditional search model. It's about getting to the information itself, not just pointers to it. Some even offer real-time updates, integrating the freshest information into their responses. This approach has some clear advantages. It can be much faster and more efficient, especially for complex queries where you might otherwise have to open multiple tabs and piece together information yourself. The conversational nature of some of these AI search tools also feels more intuitive for many users. You can ask follow-up questions, refine your search, and have a dialogue with the AI to really hone in on what you're looking for. It's moving search from a transactional keyword input to a more interactive, exploratory process, which is pretty compelling. Could this signal the beginning of the end for traditional search as we know it? It's a bold claim, and giants like Google aren't going to disappear overnight. In fact, they're integrating AI into their own search results more and more. However, the rise of these dedicated AI-first search experiences is undeniably putting pressure on the old guard. They are demonstrating a new paradigm for information retrieval, and as these AI models get even better, more accurate, and faster, the appeal of getting a direct, well-summarized answer is only going to grow. It's a space that's ripe for disruption, and we're seeing that happen in real time. The AI wave isn't slowing down, so, as you can see, it's been another whirlwind week in the world of artificial intelligence. From the tantalizing prospects of GPT-5 and the very real deployment of Google's Gemini 2, to the mind-bending capabilities of new voice cloning tools and the shifting landscape of online search, one thing is abundantly clear: AI is moving fast. And the tools you use today, the ones you're just getting comfortable with, could genuinely be outdated or superseded next month. This isn't an exaggeration, it's the current reality of the pace of development in this field. It's both exciting and, admittedly, a little daunting to keep up with. The capabilities we're seeing are transformative, opening up new possibilities while also presenting new challenges that we need to navigate thoughtfully. Staying informed isn't just about knowing the latest cool tech. It's about understanding how these advancements are reshaping industries, workflows, and even our daily interactions. Whether you're a developer, a creative, a business owner, or just someone curious about the future, being aware of these changes is becoming increasingly crucial. If you want to stay ahead of the curve, understand what these tools can do for you, and get insights into where this is all heading, make sure you hit subscribe. This is AI Vault, your go-to source for the latest tools, tutorials, and AI news. We're committed to breaking down these complex topics, showing you practical applications, and keeping you updated on everything important happening in the AI space. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.